What's going on? I'm inside. It snowed. We got snow. It's snowing out. Look, it's pretty cool. Yes, I get excited over snow. It's the first snow we've had this winter, 2020. So very excited for that. It's not enough to really do anything with it. It's supposed to warm up, so it's going to be gone soon. But I got the shovel, so that's fun. This video is going to be kind of, because 2020 has been so messed up. I don't want to dwell on all that bad stuff that's happened, because a lot of good things have happened too, and you really got to look at the bright side, otherwise you go crazy. So this video is going to be my favorite gear from this year, either stuff that I purchased this year to use, or maybe that I've had that I used more this year that really came in handy. So that's what I'm going to do. And the reason for these videos, because there might be one like this next week too, depending on what I do over the weekend. It's hunting season, right? So I'm trying to leave the woods for the hunters, so they can get their deer. And then also, a few weeks ago, I talked to you guys in a video called "Hike in a Conversation" or "Conversation and Hike." Hike in a conversation. Conversation and hike. Hike in a conversation. That's what it is. About being kind of fed up with the corporatism of my job and wanting to just go and do my own thing. So yesterday I did a thing. I gave my company my notice, like a 4-day notice. Friday is my last day. Today is Wednesday when I'm recording, so Friday is my last day with them. And then next week, I've got my ticket right here. I printed up ticket. All right. Next week, I'm on my way to. Oh crap! The battery died. Well, I guess you'll figure out where I'm going when I get there. It'll be a surprise. And I know these videos aren't the most favorite. People like to see the outdoor stuff, but I'm putting something out, and I'm doing it for you. It's me doing it for you. So, but yeah, I might have another video next week. Depending on what I do this weekend. But yeah, so I'm going on this big adventure, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I quit my job. So buy some hammocks. Actually, yeah, so for the website, I know, like, if you're watching this, and even if you want to go check it out and you're thinking, he says it's his last name, Zitzelman, how do you spell that? I've actually made that easier. So it is zitzelman.com, but to make it easy, if you just go to gokzo.com, it'll take you right to the website. You don't have to remember my last name, just gokzo. So I got shirts and stuff like that. I'm gonna add some more stuff on there, so that's greatly appreciated. So if you guys who are buying shirts and things like that, awesome, thank you. Also, Hemlock Mountain Outdoors, that helps out, and I'm still working on the Patreon thing. I don't really have anything on it yet, so that's coming. So I do have plans. So enough talking about this. We'll get into favorite gear of 2020. So in no particular order, I'm going to go through these. Some of the stuff is stuff that I purchased last year and really got the chance to use this year, and some of it I got this year. So favorite gear from 2020, we're going to start with my sealskins. Got these last November for our trip down to Dolly Sods, and they're great in the winter because they're waterproof, so they keep your feet dry, and they are insulated. You can see they got like this nice insulated layer. So they're really warm and they're very comfortable. But where they really shined for me this year was when I did the Chuck Kuiper Trail. And there was a section of that trail at the end of the first day that was about a mile long of stinging nettle. And if you've ever gone through stinging nettle, I mean, it's miserable. It'll go right through your pants. It doesn't matter. Your legs will be on fire. I mean, they also helped in like all the blueberry scrub. But that stinging nettle, they really saved me. And they don't take up that much space, and if you're wearing them, it doesn't matter. But I could take these off. I could leave. Sometimes I'll take them in the winter. I'll just put them in my pack just to have them. But yeah, these huge addition to my gear as far as comfort and keeping my feet dry and warm. And was not expecting the benefit of protection from things like nettle. And even that was in the summer I did that trip. And the only time these really got too warm was when I was in direct sun. So there's some spots there where I was walking on like Forest Road and it was just exposed. And you could feel them heat up real fast because they're dark. But in under tree cover. These are actually not too bad. So that's the first thing. Next, we'll go through something else I got last year. And that is my water filtration system. You just can't emphasize enough how important clean water is on a trail. I've been using my Sawyer Mini. Is this the Mini or the Micro? This is the new one. This doesn't say on here. They got the Mini and the Micro. I think this is the Micro. You can use this for gravity filter. You can, squeeze water through it. You can use the adapter that comes with it. If you're in the field and you need to backwash this to flush it, you can get some clean water in a bottle and actually flush it through. Really, really comes in handy. And I mean, it's so small and light, you really can't beat it. And then, of course, being able to collect water. You can see this has gotten some use this year. It's got some tannins that stain the inside. But the Canuck Outdoors Vecto, just this wide open bottom. You scoop the water up instead of trying to get the filtered water into, or scoop the water up into a little open like that. Man, this makes collecting water so much easier. So much easier. Nice thing about Canuck Outdoors, they're not afraid to update their gear to make it better. So like this is like their second generation bag. They improved the threads and the neck of the bottle, so it was more sturdy. Then this was already improved. So these got really good bag, and it's super tough. Packs down really small. Water collection, so nice when it's easy. You're thirsty, you don't want to be messing around with scooping it up or trying to, like my Sawyer bags are nice, but it's just a regular size bottle opening and you try and scoop up water with that. Sometimes it's really hard. So that's tough. My next piece of gear would be not so much for hiking, but it's for recording. So late last year, I got myself, or was it early this year? I forget when I got the Hero 8. It might have been early this year. So my GoPro Hero 8. All right, so everything I film is either with the Hero 8 or with my Google Pixel, right? So this is my Google Pixel 4. I had a 2 before that. Actually, this is my Google Pixel 4. Before this, I had the one I'm recording on, which is the Google Pixel 4, which I broke the screen on. So I got 2 Pixel 4s. That one I'm recording on now is my backup. But the 4, it's got great stabilization and a little bit of zoom. That's some shots I use with that, but mostly I've been recording with the Hero 8. It's got incredible stabilization. The audio is really good. The waterproofing, all that normal stuff you get with a GoPro. But I struggled trying to find a good solution for holding it because this doesn't need a gimbal because it's got this stabilization. I was using the small, it's called the Shorty that comes with this, and it's like fully extended, it's that long. It's like maybe, I don't know, maybe half of that when it's folded down. So it's really small. And it's great because you can kind of put it in your pocket. But I got this, it's by a company called New Bear. It's called the New Grip. And you can tell it looks a little funny. It's kind of big, right? Kind of chunky. But it does extend quite a bit. Fully extended, it's 2 feet all the way across, 24 inches. But it does have a tripod, all right? So you can stand it up, which is nice. So it's got a built-in tripod, and you may notice these ends are orange. It actually floats. So I didn't get to do a lot of kayaking this year, and one of the reasons why I wanted to get this was for some interesting kayak shots. So you can actually put this in the water and then open up the tripod, and it will stabilize the camera upside down in the water like that. So I was planning on getting some really cool kayaking shots this, but I didn't really get back in the water with it. So this is much simpler than what I was recording with a year and a half ago or 2 years ago with the gimbal and the second audio and cables and wires and batteries and things needing to be charged. I carry this with one spare battery and my battery pack, my Anchor battery pack, and power bank, and that's it. That's my whole recording gear right there. So this has been incredibly useful and nice because I can just put this right in my pocket, or I can even just hang it on the front of my pack, and it just hangs there. So it's really nice. So great gear to have, especially if you're doing videos. The last two things I got this year, one is extremely important. This is like one of the most important things. This is the Gsi Coffee Rocket. You gotta have your coffee in the morning. This thing is super simple. It's got a hopper that you put your water in, and then this is almost like a Keurig basket. It's about the same size, and it pops out so you can clean it. You put your coffee in there, fill it up with coffee. You put this on, you open up these little fins, you put it over your cup, you fill this up with water, and you let it filter through. It takes a couple minutes for the water to filter through, but I like it because I can just fill it and then work on other things in the morning and not sit there and feed water through and make sure grounds don't get in there. Then you take it apart when it's done. I take the grounds, clean them out, bury them, put them in a bag, take them with me, whatever we're gonna do with them, and then just put it back. I made a little stuff sack for it, pack it back up. That snaps inside. That's as big as it is. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than just having instant coffee, but so much better. And you just use regular ground coffee. You don't have to get anything special. So when I buy coffee for the house, I have a Ziploc bag that I carry with me when I'm camping. I put coffee in there. It's the same coffee I drink at home. And nothing's better than a fresh cup of coffee when you're on a trail. That is just incredible. So let's see, that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. My Garmin Vivoactive 3. Now this is an older model watch. I think you can still get them. It's got the heart rate monitor on the back. It's not really a smartwatch, but it is a GPS watch. So all the tracks I've been doing lately have been with this. It monitors your heart rate, it gives you elevation, gives you all your information at a glance. I was using my phone before that, and then my Garmin like standalone GPS. This is designed as GPS. It's very accurate. It gives me all the information I need online on their website where it uploads to, where I can pull it down and turn it into a GPS track that you guys can use. It gives you all kinds of information, like what your heart rate was and where, you know, how fast you're moving, your pace, all that stuff, and it's all right there. So it's awesome as just like a fitness tracker, which I didn't really intend it being, but it's a lot of really good information. It also tracks your sleep, just normal things during the day, your stress levels, all that stuff. So it's great. And then you get notifications and stuff from your phone as a bonus, but I don't really care about the smartwatch side of it. But that GPS tracking is phenomenal. And it will last about, about 6 days if I'm not using it as a tracker, just as a normal watch. Like I haven't charged it in a couple days now, and it's at 55% still. So I think the last time I charged it was, let's say, Thursday. So I'm recording this right before I upload this part. So Thursday, and then I think I've charged it on Monday. I took it off the charger. I charged it up Monday. So yeah, it lasts pretty long. When you're using the GPS, it cuts that time down about 10 hours, but you can actually, it'll track and charge at the same time, which is very handy. So when I did Thunder Swamp Trail, I didn't fully charge it before I left. And at lunch, I noticed it was down to like 20%, and I knew I still had a little ways to go. So I wanted to make sure it was charged. So while I stopped for lunch, I just threw it on a charger, put a full charge on it, and then just kept on going. Really convenient because I don't have to pull my phone out to look at details. So I can be hiking. All the basic information for the hike is right on your wrist, depending on which app you download for your tracking. But you can customize most of those. So I can look at it, say, okay, I've gone 5 miles. Been going for this long. This is my, you know, all that stuff is right there. Your elevation, all the stuff that you really want to have. So the last thing will be pretty quick. I just kind of covered this one not too long ago. And this is this Amazon Essentials. I think I was calling it the Amazon Basics. The Amazon Essentials puffy jacket. And this is, it's a large, it's synthetic, it's not down, but it does pack down relatively small. And I've been using it in everything from like the 50s, the cool 50s, into like the 20s, and I have stayed nice and warm. I generally carry had been carrying my Columbia Bugaboo jacket, and I love that thing. That is an awesome winter jacket. But I found when I'm backpacking, it can be a bit cumbersome because it does not compress down at all. So I either have to carry just the shell or just the liner or both, and then it's just like this big thing on my backpack. And really the only time I use the jacket when I'm backpacking is maybe at night around the fire right before I go to bed, just to help stay warm. But usually just in the morning when I wake up, and you get out of the hammock, you're nice and warm in the hammock, and then you get up and it's 20 degrees out or something like that, and you're like, oh yeah, it takes a minute to warm up. So I throw this on, and the past couple times I've had it out, it's really worked well. I don't know if this would be a long-term thing, like if you're just out and about doing errands, and you're not moving around much, it might not really be that helpful. I don't know. I really haven't found the failure point for it yet. So, I mean, I don't know if I would use it in the teens, like all day, but it's held up pretty good. I've used it in the rain. I've stayed dry. So, really good. All these things have made my trips this year much more enjoyable, and that's really what you're looking for. Oh, and plus this packs down a lot more than my Bugaboo jacket. Not as small or tight as a down jacket by any stretch of imagination, but I mean that's pretty good. I compress that a little bit more. I can compress it into a pocket, and it did come with a small stuff sack, but I generally just take it and cram it into any open spots in my backpack. And there you go. That is the gear that I've used this year that has made my favorite gear, I guess, my favorite gear of the year, that has made my trips more enjoyable and or filming more enjoyable, easier to do. So I hope you guys like this. We'll see what next week holds as far as an outdoor video. I'm going to try to get out and do something. The weather's not looking good for the weekend. They're saying rain. See if that's changed. Let's see if that has changed. The weather now for the weekend says, oh, now just kind of cloudy. It always changes. Yeah, it's just kind of cloudy. So maybe I'll get out and do something. If not, I don't have to go back to work on Monday. So, I'll go out on Monday and do something. But after that, wait until you see what I got coming. I'm excited. So, thank you guys. This year has been a lot of fun. And with a few weeks only to go, there's maybe the biggest thing. It's the biggest thing I've done on my own to date that I'm going to do. So I'm really excited about this. This has been coming up for a while. I've been not thinking about it just because you know how things are when you got something planned and it's something big and it gets in your head and you dwell on it, you can't think about anything else. I've been kind of putting it off until, just really thinking about it. But now it's kind of kicking in. It's kind of hit me where, what I'm about ready to go do. And something I've wanted to do my whole life. So another one of these things that I'm checking off, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. On Christmas I usually do a backpacking trip. I'm gonna try to do a backpacking trip, but just where I'm going is gonna be enough. If I can't get out for a backpacking trip, I'm gonna do something. But just wait and see. You guys are gonna like it, and please check out the website gokzo.com or zitzelman.com. It's the same site. I just made it an easier web address. GoKZO. If you're looking for outdoor gear, Hemlock Mountain Outdoors, check that out. And there'll be more about the Patreon thing. I'm gonna put more stuff on that. that's coming up down the road. So thanks for checking this one out. See you in the next. Somebody's jamming out there.